Okay, this is December the 26th, the day after Christmas Day. I did my yearly HIV test with a home kit yesterday, which came back negative again. Which I'm not surprised. I mean, if I haven't become positive by now, I don't really think we need why I should become positive now, even though I'm not exactly having the same sex. I'm not doing anything different than I haven't been doing for quite a while now. Oh well. Anyway, that piece on the wall is something I bought it at a shop in New Orleans on Charter Street in the French Quarter. The name of the store was the Idea Factory. It basically just wooden stuff, wooden toys, wooden games, wooden art pieces, and this is what's known as Kinetic art. And it's by David Roy out of Massachusetts. That's Connecticut, I think. David Roy. This is his specialty. This particular design, he made 100 to 250, and this is number 5, it's titled Geppetto, the puppeteer from Pinocchio. A lot of people think it's a clock, but it's not. But when you wind it runs by a simple spring. You run that lower wheel, you turn that like 20 times, but it'll run like 4 hours. So I guess in a way, it could be considered a clock, a unit of time, and the way I look at it is, since it's at the puppeteer Pinocchio, Geppetto, given enough time, the truth will always prevail. So in a way, I guess it is a clock. And this is my Waterford 12 Days of Christmas collection set. My mother got me started on that. Different veterinary figurines that my sister gave me. My mother gave me that one. My sister gave me the others. There's my dad holding me, and my brother and my sister were vacationing in Hot Springs. There's my dad as a member of the First United Methodist Church of Prescott, Arkansas. That's one of the churches that I grew up with. That's my dad on the front row, far right. And there are teachers of mine in there as well, and other people I know from Prescott. Anyway, I mainly just wanted to show off my Kinetic art piece. Ship of the State by Charles Bragg. And what I like about that one is there's no women in there, so that to me is like the Trinity time version of Noah's Ark. That's the end of the world. You got your little frog there, 2 little frogs, one on top of a small one on top of a bigger one. But other than that, there's no women there. You got your politicians, your generals, your philosophers, navigators, whatever. I consider frog to be one of nature's sentinels. I have a whole bunch of frogs. Even a metal one. I have a little bitty one on top of a bigger one. Santa Claus of the World. Book that I bought in a flea market. Just to have something artsy for the table. Renaissance, and there's one. I came across one etiquette rule back to that time with wit should be more like the nibble of a cheese instead of the bite of a dog. For if it like the bite of a dog, it's no longer witty but insulting instead. Well, Bob and Janet Gary had no idea just how insulting that first lie was. Oh, we're not that kind of Christian. That's the point I want to make. What kind of Christian they be? The good kind, the bad kind, the kind that really believes in God, and the kind that really don't. All I said to her that day, she called over my side of the street first. Well, after I got done listening to her, all excited about being approached by property developers, having offered them twice the value of that lot to sell on the condition that it was 7 consecutive lots. That would be number 7 agreeing to sell. they thought short of Dr. Herman. She explained to me that he was mad at them because they didn't offer him the same deal. But and she explained that they weren't interested in his lot, was a corner lot. They have a deep 400-foot lot like I do. But there's a street on my side that's my side of the street up. But anyway, she's all excited. Obviously, they signed up for it. I found out years later, that they did sign up for it from Janet the day I was alone with her inside of her house. And she was all excited about being approached. And that was the first day I met this old woman, anybody from that house. Our old man would leave in the morning, come back in the late afternoon. And on the days I was off, me and that old woman were home alone all day. And I was living here several years. I finally met her. There wasn't a sidewalk running down my side of the street when I first moved into this house, but there was at the time that I met her. I remember her standing on the sidewalk. And when I got done listening to her, she introduced herself. My name is Janet, Bob. And then when I got done, he listened to all of this. I wasn't happy about it. I knew exactly what was going to happen. They were going to tear down those houses and put up, multiple unit townhomes. I wasn't happy about hearing about that. And she clued me in that the Hermans were mad at them too because they weren't interested in their lot. But I think we weren't mad at her for the reason that I wasn't mad at them. I don't blame them for being willing to sell, but we weren't mad at them because they didn't offer us the deal. We didn't want to live next to all that construction and traffic and all that. But she was clueless, and then when she got down, I said to her, well, my name's James Avery. I'm a veterinarian that lives in this house. Not only am I gay, I'm atheist as well. We're not that kind of Christian, she said. And that's my point. She's a lying, she's in horror, but she makes a great metaphor. Hosea's joke on Mason Mill Road. Oh, we're not that kind of Christian. Cream of Kings, a vending poster I also bought in New Orleans. 1922 Capiello. And I thought it was ripped off. It's supposed to be an authentic vending poster. To me, that right there is just a print that I bought at an auction. The broken flower pot. To me, that's just prepubescent Adam and Eve. And here's Adam and Eve after they've eaten from the bitten fruit from the tree they weren't supposed to eat it from. So that was the beginning of time. And that's the end of time. And then given enough time, the truth will always prevail. And there's my Christmas tree. Probably my last Christmas.